Hey everybody, Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're at Musikmesse 2013. We're in the bunker for FMIC with Chris Cannella from Jackson. I say bunker because if you've watched any of our other Musikmesse videos, it's like insanely loud, blaring guitars, thundering drums everywhere, and up here it's actually quiet.
It was wonderful. We had so much business going on, and then today at about noon, being the last day here, it was wonderful. So we all have been kind of hiding out and just decompressing up here for a while.
Listen to your ears ring.
Yes,
Now,
sweet tinnitus.
You guys have two new Jackson sort of extended range 7-string, 8-string guitars, I think, or is it just there's an 8-string right there. We're gonna look at it in a second. So this is the 7.
This is also the 8. So.
I cannot count after 4 days of Musikmesse.
Yeah. So this is brand new. These are for part of the X series. These are the SLATs, the soloist arch tops. And here we have one of the the 8-string versions with the EMG 808 pickups. It's just like the rest of the SLATs that we have in the 6 and 7 strings, but now we included it out to the 8 strings as well. And they're extended scale length, so they're 26-inch. So they're just a little bit longer, and that way it gives you just a little bit more tension when you're playing down to low G or W, whatever you want to tune to, But they're amazing. They play pure Jackson. It is the real deal, and we're extending the line in the X series with the 8 strings, and who knows what's going to come up next. But
cool.
We're having a blast. And the other one that we have is the trans color. So this is the satin black, and really cool things about this also is that we created this bridge. This is a bridge that we designed, and it's a high mass bridge, and we started them on the 7 and 8 strings on the USA lines, and we realized they were so good, and they sound so good, and they just resonate with the body so well that we're extending the use of them across the board. We just love them so much. So
sweet. Now, what can you tell us about like the neck profile and the radius of the fretboard?
Yeah, well, being that it's a Jackson and it is a real Jackson, we use the compound radius fingerboards. So it's the 12-inch at the first fret, and it goes up to 16 inches by the higher register. That way, it's rounder up here for more riffing, and it gets flatter for easier shred up in the higher areas. The back shape is still very Jackson, which is we've never been the flattest neck. We're not into that. We're into a graceful, smooth C shape. We always like to have the necks feel really good, not just about being flat and toneless and crap. It's about having a good tone and a good resonance, but it has to feel just smooth at every angle. You can't have flat spots and stuff like that. It's a perfect guitar, and especially at these price points, you cannot go wrong. There's nobody that can offer this much guitar at this great of a price in a Jackson build.
So Chris, tell us about the frets on this. Are they jumbo?
Yes, we like to use the jumbo frets on these. That way it makes it a little bit easier for the playing, but the string spacing is really important as well because it's not too tight. It feels just like regular string spacing on a Jackson, but you had to keep it, accessible. When you have this many strings, it's got to be able to reach it.
You're not pressing more than one of them.
Right, but it's completely... it's smooth, the tonality of it, and with the jumbo frets, it's easier to fret and place a more accurate note at high speeds. Real neck-through construction. These are basswood and mahogany bodies with maple tops, a 3-piece maple neck-through, and we also add graphite reinforcements throughout the neck, so it keeps it stable no matter what weather you're in. And these are made for touring people, but they're priced that everybody can afford them. So that's really key.
You want to play a little bit, and then we'll move on to the other model?
All right.
Nice. Now, we're hearing this through a Fender Mustang amp, which is small, intended for the bedroom and stuff. So, obviously, if you had this going through like an EVH 5150 or something.
Yeah, if you put this thing through a 5153 on the 50 watt or the 100 watt, I mean, it's going to tear your head off. And the clarity is just, it's amazing. And the thing that's great about the EMGs is that even with this low of a register, we decided to really dive in heavy with the EMGs because the clarity and the compression on them really works when you're tuned down to F and G and, W, whatever.
So, Chris, this is one of the other colors. Are there more than 2 color options, or just
Right now
these
we
2?
just have these 2 color options, which is satin black and transparent green on a quilt top. And, it just adds an extra little flavor of just a beautiful aesthetic. And then having a little bit of a maple top on there also pops a little brightness out of it as well.
Is there a little bit of an upcharge for that?
Barely.
Now, where can people go online to find out more about these new guitars and other stuff in your line?
Absolutely. JacksonGuitars.com. That's simple. www.jacksonguitars.com. And on that page, you're going to have the links to all of our Facebooks, our Twitters. All of that stuff is on there. And then our YouTube channels as well. And you're going to be seeing a lot more videos coming up of these guitars on the YouTube channels between different artists and myself and other people are going to be doing a lot of great news.
Awesome. Sweet.
Exciting stuff out there.
Thanks, Chris.
You got it.
I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a beat with our Musikmesse coverage.